What's going on, Faves? Honey. Oh my God, y'all, I have got so much to update y'all on.
It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away from these beach views and every day. All I wanna hear is an everything that we play. Sit right next to you.
Okay, Faves, it's your fave, Miss Renee. You guys, I am back at it again with another video, another good food for your soul video, okay? So, how this is gonna roll, ladies. If you are new to the channel, for my manners, welcome. Hello, you know it. If you are a returning viewer, you know that the love is always, always real here. So, good food for your soul is a conversation that I have with my YouTube viewers. Okay? And good food for your soul brings on topics based on love, life, relationships, and mindfulness. So we cover an array of conversations, and we do this every time now that I upload. Sometimes a little vlogging, lifestyle, whatever, but this is what we do here on the Fave Miss Renee channel. So, girlfriend, make sure that you smash that subscribe button, hit that bell so that every time I upload, you will be notified and we get tight. So, let's go on ahead and dive into this video. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I might be a little playful, but this is a serious video, okay? I mean, for real. This is a real life situation that just happened to me 1, 2, 3 days ago. And so I'm going to share this with you. We're going to talk about it as always. Good food for your soul. I did ponder over the thought of not sharing it. And then I thought, wait a minute, hold up. We've been growing and going together, and it's not going to always be sunny skies, right? And I'm no fair weather friend, so I hope you aren't either. So I decided, yeah, I'm going to share this. This is share worthy. I'm not the only one that's gone through this or going through this or will go through this. So guess what? Yeah, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it just the way it is. So we're going to do some conversation with us tonight. And then we're going to do some vlogging of the conversations that happened as a Friday. Yeah, this past Friday. I'll put the date up, what this past Friday was, because I can't remember. All I know is Friday was a humdinger of a day. Humdinger of a day. And I'm going to tell you like this so you won't be completely off guard. I got fired. What's up, Faves? It's me and two of my besties. Kim. Hey. Y'all, right now we are on a shuttle. We're out here at the fairgrounds going to, who we gonna go see?
Midnight Star and Confunction.
Oh, yes, we are. Okay, ladies, so what I can truly say about friendship, it is really golden. So I've known both of these ladies for more than 40 years. They are truly two of my very best friends. They were with me when I got the phone call. And immediately they took the sting out of that phone call. And we started calling me Craig. Because, you know, in the movie Friday, Craig lost his job on his off day. But, you know, we just made light of it and went on with our day. We'd already made plans to go to the fair and enjoy the concert. And with my sisters, y'all, that's exactly what I did. And we had a great time. We thought we were getting off at that stop. That's not our stop.
Yeah, well.
Good. So we have a little bit more. We got a little bit more ride to go.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, honey. Hold on. Okay, so we're off of the shuttle. That's Confunction. Hey. Who is that? Is that ain't Confunction? Who is that? That ain't Confunction. That's what I thought it was, Confunction. Yeah. Fun, fun, fun. Here we go. Girls. Hey. Yeah. Look at it. Break it down, break it down. Break it down, break it down. Which one? Is that our song? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Come on, y'all. They need to play it.
Oh my God. Is that it? I don't know. Good Faves. Ooh, honey, Fave is looking a little rough. I had a lot of fun last night with my girls. Ah, my goodness. I needed the laughs. Y'all, when I tell you the type of evening that I had before we even left. Ah, my goodness. I gotta fill y'all in because it was a whole trip, right? Okay, where do I start? I got fired. Let's just keep it real. I got fired. I worked all day long yesterday. And I came home from work. My girls were coming over. I was about to get in the shower. I get a text message from my regional manager, the lady that hired me. And actually, I think she had called and I didn't hear it. So then she sent me a text saying, please call me. And when I called her, she fired me on the phone about 6 o'clock. In my 54 years, I have never been fired after work. After you go home and through a phone call. Let's talk about the unprofessional shenanigans. Watch it. Sunshine. So listen, I'm going to tell y'all all about how this occurred, okay? I'm going to give y'all the deets because clearly I don't want any of my people working for people like this. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm here at their office in South Louisville because they needed me to return the key to the office that I worked at on Lynn Station Road. But they needed me to turn in my key. I'm like, how you gonna call me on a Friday evening after I get off work, right? Fire me. And then ask me to return your key the next day on Saturday. Talk about inconsiderate. Talk about selfishness. Full of yourself. All of that. Yeah, that's these people. But anyway, let me go on in here and do my due diligence and give them back their key because I clearly don't want it. I don't have anything there. I'm going to give y'all all the deets here in just a second. But first, let me go handle business and do all things in decent and in order always. Honestly, I don't think the office is open today. My manager said that her manager would be here working today. So there is a truck here, I'm going to blot out their name, of course. But there is a church. There is a truck here. This is the name of the building. But like I told you, I'm not going to be messy and show you, of course, whose company this is. But, yeah, it's a mess. Okay, so I met with their big boss, regional boss, whatever. I can see why she's the regional, whatever. She was very pleasant to talk to, very apologetic about the way things were handled. She offered me another job, which of course I'm really reluctant to take. And then the straw that broke the camel's back about this meeting was she expressed to me how your last check is mailed and their central headquarters is in Ohio. I don't live in Ohio. I live in Kentucky. So you're telling me that my paycheck is going to be mailed and I probably won't receive it for a week and a half. That's the problem. Okay, Favs, so this is my current situation. I am back at home, blanket, my favorite chair, and I think I need to just take a nap. And then when I get up, I'm going to share all of this nonsense with y'all. Because it's some nonsense. But right now, I just need to unplug. I'll replug in a minute. Okay, I see. Okay, girls. So, hopefully, the clips that I added to this video give you even more backstory and help you to understand what kind of crazy, hell-raising weekend I had this past weekend. Girl, but I'm still standing. Hallelujah. Girl, when I tell you I don't look like what I've been through, sis. Because, it's a couple things you can't play with a woman, and it's her money, her children, and or her man. And not in that order, but don't do it. So, let me just hurry up and get all of this out because I'm really, really exhausted about talking about it. Like, I don't want to give it any more energy. Like, at this point, it is what it is. I have moved on. But I wanted to share this because I thought it was a teachable moment. It was teachable for me. And so I know there are times in our lives, women, that we're going to go through some craziness. Like somebody's going to throw a monkey wrench at you straight from left field. And sis, you might not be able to dodge that monkey wrench, but guess what? You're going to have to maintain. Even if you got a hickey on your head, right? Even if that monkey wrench comes right up and dings you on your forehead, you're going to have to act accordingly. Not because fear of them or worried about image or any of that. No, ma'am. But because I'm praying too hard and I'm asking God for so many things right now. And guess what? That too was just a test. That too was just a test, girl. Just a test. But baby, I got me an A+ on that quiz. Okay. And let me share some more details with you about the firing of that job. So the way that they did it clearly was unprofessional. It was just unprofessional on so many levels. Let me also say to you that I was as compliant as I could have been with what they asked me to do. Let's just say that, okay? So the reason why I was fired per my supervisor today, because guess what? We still been talking about this today, okay? I got a phone call again today, all right? Concerning my paycheck. So I'll talk about that in a minute. But she wanted to tell me that I just wasn't a team player. I wasn't a team player. They were expecting me to do things that we hadn't really sat down and clarified what my job duties, responsibilities were. Okay? So, and then also, let me say this. This was not a career move for me. Okay? Lord, there's so much to say. Okay, so I got to give you some backstory. So you guys know that I mentor young people for my school district. So I work as a contractor, not as an employee. Now, in June of this summer, 2022, our bids, which I work off of I'm a contractor, so we bid and every year. And so in June, the bids were rejected. And once the bid was rejected, I'm not the type of person to sit around and let you just pull out a rug out from under my feet and me not attempt to at least stay on the rug, jump off the rug, or do something for myself. I'm not just going to just stand there, right? So I started working for a temp job. I was told by someone at the district, at the board, that they were going to reopen the bids again. That the reason why they were rejected is because there wasn't very many of us that applied for the bid, and they wanted to reopen the bid later, increase our pay, yada, yada, yada. So for me not to worry, that we would be bought back at a later time. Okay, so that means, Renee, for the meantime, you need to get some employment. For the meantime. So, for the meantime, it's what I did. And I got me a temp job. And I worked my little temp job. And the temp job wasn't paying me a dime. Okay? I mean, it was tough. But I was making it do what it do. I'm just keeping it real with you. Okay? So, then I reached a point where I thought, okay, this school's about to start. Let me go to a school that I trust and I know loves me. Let me go and talk to them and see, is there any way possible that I can come back to school August the 10th with everyone else and resume my position? Well, nope, couldn't do it. Had to wait on the bid to go back to the board again. So that meant that school was going to start and I was not going to be working, period. So once I got that news, y'all, I was messed up. What? I'm really going to have to stay out here for a while, and I don't know what that's going to look like. And I don't know if or when or how this going to look. So I went to the agency where I was working as a temporary, and I asked them, did they have any permanent positions or any positions that I could actually work for? Because at this time, I'm angry, I'm upset, I am frustrated, I'm emotional, okay? And I need income. At this point, I'm just ready to stop working for the board. I mean, honestly, at this point, come on now. So, interviewed right there on the spot, and they hired me to come in, work inside of the agency. Cool. So they explained to me that I'm going to be training. You have to complete all of this training. The training was a bit much, but guess what? This is what the job entails. I'm gonna do it. So I show up. Also, where I was hired at is not where they wanted me to work. Okay, I was hired very close to my home. They hired me and told me they wanted me to work at a branch that is 30 minutes away from where I live. Okay, fine. This is a new branch, okay? And I'm going to be a part of building this branch. All right, cool. But first, there's training. And the training means you have to complete all of this intake work. You have to learn how to get people to come in, register with the agency, do all these tests. Then you have to do all this onboarding and get them in the system and yada, 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 and all this and that. And so, okay, fine. So it took me a couple of days after training to really master that. And then I did. I learned how to do it very well. Mind you, there were still some things that I wasn't really clear or comfortable with because most of the people at this branch were not Americans. They don't speak English. None of them. They all speak Spanish. I mean, every person that comes in that building speaks Spanish. Okay, not a problem. But then you asked me to get the app and put the app on my phone. And I can't because I'm busy with my phone. I have videos for YouTube on my phone. And I don't have storage that I can just put extra apps on my phone. And no, I'm not interested in translating. I'm not. Then you asked me to go out and put yard signs for, and I did some yard signs one day, and I realized that's going to waste up a lot of gas, taking and putting out yard signs. You got to take a picture of the yard sign, show where you put it at, this, that, and the other. Okay, fine, I did that one day. That's not something I'm willing to do either, because gas is almost $5 a gallon. And no, ma'am, you're not giving me any gas right now. You want to tell me and explain to me that you'll give me 50 cents on the gallon as a reimbursement, but that reimbursement might take up to 2 weeks. So guess what? That doesn't help me. Okay, so then there was a time where I was asked to do some recruiting for the agency. And the recruiting basically meant to talk to businesses and see if they would be interested, and if they had any staffing needs, and could I send some people out to talk to them about that. Well, now, really, you want to do a whole lot for a little bit of money you paying. And so here's my thing about that. You know, as you were bringing these things to me, you didn't bring them to me and say, okay, now you've completed this part of your job. Now we want to show you what else your job entails. You didn't do that for me. No, ma'am. You didn't say, okay, now you learned how to do intake. Now let me show you how to do this. Or let me show you what our plan is for that. Or let me show you what the next phase of your position is. None of that was ever relayed to me. So you just expect for me to just come in and just start moving things around for your company on a very minimum pay. Okay, that's what you thought. So because I wasn't running around and tap dancing for y'all, I was no benefit to you. And since you said, her words were, we need somebody that's not just going to be here to get a check. I'm working. I'm doing what you asked me to. I'm sorry that your business here is not picked up to the point where you feel like it is, but I'm going to help you grow your business for the money that you're paying me. And I'm supposed to be okay with that. So at 54, I never learned how to tap dance. I don't tap dance. I don't want to tap dance. I'm not going to tap dance for you, and I'm not getting anything in return. A check, because the check ain't even enough to really talk about. So then I really feel like if you put some cool jazz on, maybe some old school R&B, you might be able to get me to dance. But no, baby, I'm not tap dancing for nobody. Change the station. I'm not tapping. So in a nutshell, today they wanted to just kind of reiterate to me that there's nothing that they can do to expedite my check. Okay, my last paycheck will be in the mail. But all of my other checks have been on direct deposit. But this one will have to come to me by mail, because we're all salary paid employees, and this is how they need to get, I guess, clear me out of their system. You know, it sounded like a whole bunch of hogwash. Who chatted? At the end of the day, I said, Lord, I thank you, because I didn't cuss nobody out. God, I thank you, because I didn't go to nobody's office and point my fingers in their face. After you called her into my home on my personal cell phone, fired me from my job with no real explanation why. I know most states are at will state. They can do what they want when they want. But let's talk about integrity, and let's talk about sensitivity, and let's talk about just good old human common courtesy. What? Ma'am, I showed up every day at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, depending on what time I had to be there. And some days I was there all by myself until one of y'all decided to grace me with your appearance. I answered all your phone calls. I did all of your intakes. I even did your yard signs one time. And I I feel like if you didn't want to keep me, at least you should have given me an opportunity to correct whatever I had did that was wrong, which of course I hadn't done anything wrong. You just hadn't bothered to train me properly. So you fired me because you didn't do your job. Well, now. Oh, well, sugar, listen. Here's what I got to say about all of that. I passed my test. I passed it. I passed that test. And now I'm waiting to see if my bid is going to be approved. And I shall know if the bid is approved by next Wednesday, August 31st. Yeah. So I got a week and a half off, and I'm going to put it to good use. There's some things I need to do anyway. So you're going to see a lot of me because guess what? Girlfriend, I got some days off. I am just going to find the good in this. I am determined to not see this as a bad thing, but be thankful for this time. And in the meantime, I'm going to get ready for what's coming. Because, girl, it's coming. I ain't going through this for nothing. I told y'all, when I first started doing Good Food for Your Soul, baby, I was going through. And obviously, the going through ain't stopped yet. But, devil, I rebuke you in the mighty, miraculous name of Jesus. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and no weapon formed against anyone that's attached to me will prosper. Now, I know the weapons can form, but they will not prosper. Baby girl, that goes for you too. All right, keep your heads up, sweetheart, and your eyes open, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Girl, we winning. We winning. Good night, y'all. Mwah.
It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear.